Hi, my name is Jim Atkinson. I'm with Hidden Paradise Realty Team at UTR Texas Realtors. Just wanted to give you a quick update on our market. Was at a meeting the other day with a realtor breakfast that we had the HAR technology guy there speaking about some changes with our platform and things like that. But one of the most interesting things that I saw right now, and I'm kind of seeing this in our market as well, no matter if I'm working with buyers or sellers, our rental market is still pretty hot in most of our areas. But on the buying and selling side, we're starting to see around 4 months worth of inventory. What does that mean to you as a buyer or a seller? It doesn't mean the house is going to sit for 4 months. What that really means is that if we didn't list any more houses for sale um, from this point forward ever again, then we have 4 months worth of inventory, meaning that it would take 4 months to sell off the existing homes we have. Some of our houses are still going under contract in a matter of a couple of days. Other homes are sitting a little bit longer, and that really depends on location. Depends on how move-in ready the home is, how updated it is. Factors like that play into it a lot, as well as the pricing. But just wanted to let our current inventory is about 4 months of inventory that we have in our MLS, and those are numbers we haven't seen really since about 2019. Do I think the market's crashing or anything like I've seen some of these other people say? Not really. We're just having a slowdown. When we look at the statistical data year over year, we are still up on property value. It has not dipped down when we look at the overall market. It's steadily, come to a slowdown, and we're not increasing at the rapid rates we saw over the last couple of years. And that's great news for many of the home buyers. And the good thing for the people that bought during that time is that the values haven't really dropped down. They are still going up. It's just at a much slower pace. A lot of that has to do with our economy, has to do with our election year that we're in. We typically see things a little different. Summer has just started, so we have a lot of people on summer vacation, but also summer is the move time for a lot of people as well, especially if they're wanting to get into a different school district or moving schools altogether. We have lots of great opportunities out there. Interest rates are still a little bit higher, but that doesn't mean that it's not a good time to buy or sell. To me, the best time to buy or sell is when you're ready to buy or sell. You can't predict the market. None of us, I don't think, predicted what would have happened a couple of years ago where we saw those huge increases, after the pandemic and everything. But don't try and predict the market. It's very difficult. It's based on buyers and sellers and so many factors out there that impact our affordability. In Texas, for example, we have some of the higher property tax rates than other states because we don't have a state income tax, and that's how we collect revenue for our schools and things like that. Something else I want to talk about, that you might start seeing a little bit different if you are looking to buy a home or rent a home. You're going to have a lot more agents out there that are requiring for you to have some type of buyer's consult, tenant consult, to sign a representation agreement. And in the past, you may not have had to do that before seeing some homes. Many of us have generally had that as part of our practice, and a lot of us are going to get much more stringent on that. And that's really all due to a lawsuit that happened. It's been in the process for I think, about 4 or 5 years in the state of Missouri is where it started. I just read the lawsuit documents this morning, finally, from front to end. But one of the major requirements that NAR has out of the lawsuit, part of their settlement, was to require all realtors working with a buyer or a tenant to have a representation agreement in place. And the representation agreement just simply lists how we get paid at the end of the day. Realtors, in the most part, there's a few exceptions, but we're 100% commission. So we're out there working hard for you. And at the end of the day, the way we get paid is to help you find a house. Sometimes that fee is covered by the seller or the landlord. Sometimes it's not. And those are discussions you need to have with your agent to figure out, how they get paid and, what amount you may have to come to the table with to make up for any difference or anything else in their compensation, because we want to do everything we can to help you find the perfect house that's going to meet your needs. And we're out there working a lot. A lot of times we are out there just looking at homes and previewing inventory. Sometimes we're previewing it for a specific client. Other times we're just previewing inventory or new construction areas to help you find what you're going to want when you decide you want it, that we don't even know you have that want or need for yet. Also, don't forget, back to school is going to be here before we know it. I know we just got out of school and summer is here and everybody's thinking about summer, but hey, back to school is going to be here before we know it. So start thinking about those back to school plans. Where do you want to be when school starts? Are you wanting to be in a new home? Are you wanting to be in a new rental, a new school district? Those are things that you need to be thinking about right now. And give us a call. If you don't have an agent, call me, 281 798 7163. Let's have those discussions. Even if you're thinking a year from now, you're wanting to make a move, it's not too early to start having those discussions. We want to get you in touch with some of our preferred lenders, because if there's any credit hiccups or anything else, it's a lot easier to resolve those if we're 6 months out or 5 months out, as opposed to you're thinking, hey, you want to move in the next 30 days. You go fill out a mortgage application and find out there's something on your credit you didn't even know about. Keeping in mind that credit scoring for a mortgage is different than it is for a car and other things like that. So that's why we want to get you with a qualified lender, start having those discussions, and get you pre-approved before we even go out and start shopping for houses. But at the end of the day, we're here as realtors to help you. We are out there, let's say, all the time looking at houses. If you want to go preview houses and you're not ready to commit to an agent, or you're not ready to sign a buyer's representation agreement, there's lots of opportunities with open houses that realtors will be holding. You can go through and preview some of those homes, and there's no commitment, no obligation. You might get some phone calls from an agent that's there, especially if you're not working with an agent, and just kind of expect that. But it's a great way to see some houses, see what your money can buy. A lot of our homes will have virtual tours on them, to where you can virtually walk through the homes in 3D. And a lot of the ones we do are going to be with Matterport. If you have VR goggles, 3D goggles, you can go put those on, sit in a spinning chair and a rolly chair, and move around the house using your VR goggles, if you're not wanting to go into an in-person open house. But anyways, I hope y'all have a fantastic weekend. Father's Day's tomorrow. I hope that you fathers out there enjoy some downtime. I don't have any young kids anymore. I'm at the point of grandkids now. But I'm going to enjoy Father's Day, take some downtime for myself. So y'all have a fantastic weekend.